Welcome to the Sebcast, the home of the #1 network for your life. This is where we think more slowly, look more deeply, and discover that Jesus didn't just come to take you to heaven one day, but to make you completely new today. Today, we're talking about something that probably hits closer to home for all of us than we'd like to admit. The danger of almost obedient, almost devoted, almost surrendered, Christian-ish. There's something particularly dangerous about people who want just enough of Jesus to feel safe, but not enough to truly be changed. And if we're honest, many of us live right there. We want the peace of God, but not always the surrender to God. We want to be forgiven, but not necessarily formed. We want Jesus to save us, but sometimes we struggle to make Him Lord over every part of our lives. This is actually why Jesus used such shocking words in Revelation 3:16 when He said to the church, "Because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth." That's harsh language. But interestingly, He didn't say this to atheists or pagans. He said it to people who thought they were spiritually okay. They probably attended services. They probably prayed, sang, and did all the right religious moves. They weren't cold, but they weren't on fire either. They were just lukewarm, Christian-ish. And maybe that's the big danger of modern Christianity. We live in a world of partial commitment. We swipe through relationships. We scroll through truth. We don't easily fully commit to anything. And without realizing it, we start to have the same attitude towards God. Jesus can be part of my life, but not necessarily the center of it. We give Him the parts that feel comfortable, but still keep certain rooms of our hearts closed. This one habit, this one compromise, this one relationship, this one piece of bitterness, just enough to stay in control. But the gospel doesn't work in percentages. Jesus never said, "Give me 70% of your heart." He said, "Follow me completely." Because partial obedience often feels like obedience until the Holy Spirit starts to speak, until you realize you've long been rationalizing what God has already addressed. This is how people drift spiritually, rarely with one dramatic decision. It's usually small moments. 1,000 little, it's probably not that bad decisions, a small compromise here, a small excuse there, and slowly but surely your heart moves further from the God who loves you. Not because He moved away, but because partial obedience always starts to build distance. But here's the incredible news of the gospel. Jesus doesn't wait for perfect people. He calls honest people, people who stop pretending, people who stop hiding, people who stop saying I'm fine-ish, people who are willing to pray, "Lord, show me where I'm still living half-heartedly." Jesus' goal was never to make you a better version of yourself. He wants to make you completely new. And maybe it doesn't start with a big dramatic moment. Maybe it starts today with one honest conversation between you and God, one area of surrender, one whisper of compromise that you finally admit. Because here at the #1 network for your life, we believe in something simple but deep. Jesus doesn't build half-hearted disciples. He forms people who day by day learn to surrender everything. Not perfectly, but completely His. Until tomorrow, take care.